showy goldenrod, and then let's keep walking and find that other goldenrod. But these can all be removed from the edge to keep everything shorter. There's a lot growing within here that are being very successful. So these can just be pulled out or dug out. But there's also really common goldenrods in here like Canada and Tall, which are not pulling out very well. But those ones are very common in the area and can be very aggressive, so you'll want to pull those out. So these are like what the Canada and the Tall goldenrod look like. So the showy has a much more straightened spike. So this goldenrod I would remove throughout the entire area. The showy goldenrod, I would just maintain it back to where you're happy with it, but it is a good plant to have. It's very good for pollinators. And then the coneflower, because there's not quite as much, I mean, there is some nice coneflower in there. You could consider transplanting some of these further in where they're not so tall. But also, you know, there is some growing in there, so they could be pulled too. There is one plant that you should transplant that I want. So this one is Golden Alexander. So I would pop that more into the middle. Honestly, even out in this area on the edge of this taller stuff, it's a really nice beneficial plant, and if you can get that one to start in here, it only really gets about this tall. So it's not a bad one to have in here. Actually, I think there's a bunch. Yeah, this is golden. This is some of the stuff we planted.
Yeah.
So yeah, either way, there's a lot of beneficial things. We are marking the stuff that is really weedy with yellow tape. But I would say, you know, removing the things that have the yellow tape for sure throughout the entire garden. But you can manage the other stuff to the heights you want, keep the outside clear. Just trying to make sure that you have the diversity in the middle that you want. Yeah, and then you can kind of trim everything back to what you want it to be. I did tell Leroy if everyone desires the dead stuff to be trimmed back, I will say that it is really beneficial to keep it. Insects live in it, and also on top of that, the birds will eat these seed heads all winter. So in my opinion, I think it would be great to keep some of that standing. Mm-hmm. But if you do cut some, you can make little pollinator houses and stack, like, you know, you kind of cut them at the bottom, and then you can stack them almost in a Lincoln log style somewhere toward the middle of the garden, and they can still utilize it and have habitat. But there's a lot of great things that they provide. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anything else you want to share in the video?
I would say that I will have Leroy share my work number, and I do get text. So if there's a plant that you want to identify or you want some advice on, you can always send a picture to us and we can get back to you and let you know if it's beneficial, do we really want to keep it around, or, you know, whatnot. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you to you and your crew for showing up at a moment's notice. And
yes.
Where are you off to now?
Lake Lansing North Preserve. Woo!